Corn is one of the most important cereal crops in the world. With its massive production, corn ranks second among the most cultivated grains, just behind wheat. Beyond being a staple food for humans, corn is a key ingredient in livestock feed and industrial production. Corn kernels are rich in carbohydrates, fiber, B vitamins, and essential minerals, providing a great source of energy. Notably, corn is processed into various products such as corn oil, cornmeal, and even biofuel like ethanol. Thanks to its high nutritional and commercial value, corn plays a vital role in the global agricultural economy. Have you ever wondered how vast cornfields are harvested? Instead of manual labor, modern machines help farmers harvest faster, more efficiently, and at a lower cost. In this video, we'll explore how a corn harvester works, from cutting the stalks and separating the kernels to transporting the corn for storage. Stay tuned to discover how agricultural technology is transforming food production. First, before harvesting, they inspect the corn quality to ensure a safe and optimal output for consumers. Let's meet Tom, a corn farmer, to learn about the perfect timing for harvesting the highest quality corn kernels.
All right, now we're in here getting ready to do our moisture test. So we're gonna break the ear open to remove the kernels. And we're gonna look at this just to see, this kernel is just at black layer. I don't know if you can see that in the picture, but there's sort of a dark skin there. And that indicates that the plant has reached a physiological stage of maturity when it's no longer sending nutrients to the kernel. It sort of seals off the kernel. And at that point, the yield won't increase anymore, leaving the ear on the stalk. So we have to weigh out a sample, and for high moisture corn, we have 200 grams. So I'm just going to shell off some corn into the cup to get 200 grams, and this feels pretty wet, just shelling it off. So I don't think this is ready for harvest. I think this is probably a week away or more. You can see we have corn in the cup, and we have 200 grams as indicated by the scale. So we're going to go ahead and load this tester. Sometimes with wet corn, it doesn't all fall down around the cell like it's supposed to, so I'm just correcting that. And now it's testing. It'll take a few seconds to give us well, it's pretty quick. 32.4% moisture at 72.2 degrees, so a little wetter than we want to harvest on that field, but I think we have other fields that might be ready to harvest.
Once the corn's quality is ensured to be perfect, the next step is harvesting. During the corn harvesting process, attaching the corn head to the machine is a crucial step to ensure maximum efficiency. Today, we'll take a closer look at how this is done. The massive corn head is detached separately and needs to be towed by a small truck before it is connected to the machine's frame. The corn head is placed on the ground, ready for installation. The harvester moves in and precisely aligns its position to ensure a secure connection. As you can see, because this is a large-scale harvesting system, both the harvester and the corn head are massive. Next, the lifting system raises the corn head and locks it into place on the machine's frame. Finally, the operator carefully checks all connections to ensure everything is secure before heading into the field. It's actually quite simple. You only need a few tries to get the hang of it. With modern technology, this assembly process has become faster and more efficient, helping farmers save time and increase harvesting productivity. Stay tuned as we explore more about this powerful machine in the next part. Hear from the farm owner to learn how this giant corn harvester works.
I'm going to explain briefly how the combine separates the kernels of corn from the whole stalk and the ear. As you drive into the field, you have to line up the rows, which are oriented here, with the rows of corn in the field. The stalk gets pulled into the stripping rolls, and the stripping rolls, which you might not be able to see well, have sharp teeth on them which actually engage the stalk and pull the stalk down. The deck plates are set so that the ear can't pass through there. So as the stalk is being pulled down, the ear is popped off. And then these chains pull the ears into the auger. From there, all the ears, which would just be this part, are fed to the center where they go into the feeder house and up to the threshing cylinder. The threshing cylinder is what actually separates the kernels from the stalk. After it goes through the cylinder, there's a whole bunch of dust and different particles and things. So it goes over a series of screens with a fan blowing across it. So it separates all the dust and the larger pieces. The kernels fall down through, and from there, they're elevated to the top, where the hopper is on top of the machine, collects all the corn.
We will dive into the practical aspect to gain a clearer understanding of how the machine operates. The combine's head orients to a certain height above the ground using a sensor, and the entire machine auto-steers using another sensor that follows the line of corn. Meanwhile, the snouts feed the crop to a pair of downward spinning rollers that pull the plant through a narrow gap where the ears of corn, given their wider shape, get caught and pulled inwards by gathering chains. Then, the ears are pulled in further by augers to the feed house and fed through a cylinder that throws the plant back into a series of mechanical processes that separate the grain from the chuff, the unusable part, and by the end, a series of augers and paddles pull the corn kernels themselves up into the combine's tank. As the combine harvests, a tractor with a grain cart pulls alongside it, and the combine lets out its arm and delivers grain into the cart. Once full, the tractor drives away, while the combine continues harvesting, and heads to a waiting semi-truck pulling a far larger grain trailer, in which it deposits its load. This process repeats itself until the trailer is full. The trucks loaded with corn will be taken to the farm, where a high-capacity vacuum machine will suck up the finished corn, removing impurities. It will then be transported to agricultural processing factories or stored in large warehouses if the price is low, to be sold later when the price is higher. Today, with the advancement of science and technology, these colossal modern machines play a significant role in the development of agriculture in particular and the global economy in general.